Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, this is a fabulous time to go fishing. And you know, my favorite type of fishing is fishing the tributaries, which I tell you about all the time. And I tell you about how muskie can cause muskie fever. People become obsessed with trying to catch one of these fish. And the muskie fishing right now in all our tributary streams is really fantastic. Whereas out in the St. Lawrence River, the muskies become much more active in the fall, and they start migrating and moving and becoming and feeding more and so forth. But in the tributaries, this is the best time of the year to fish. And I really don't like to talk about it so much because I don't want to put undue pressure on this resource. Our muskie fishing, I think, is the finest in the tributaries that you can get any place in the country. And it's one of the reasons we have so many families coming to visit our area, that they can take their kids out there and have a chance of catching one of these really great fish. But again, it's something that I've talked about so much about using single hooks. I think is the best way to fish for these fish. It gives you the opportunity to get the hook out of their mouth before you really damage them. And we need to practice catch and release on this species in particular, even though it's become the way that we fish most of the other fish in the St. Lawrence River. And the best way to catch these muskies is to just get out there. They're going to be every place in these tributaries. They're not just going to be in the pools. You don't have to find a special place. Any place that other fish are, muskies are going to be. They're going to be in the shallows, feeding on minnows and other game fish. They're going to be every place. And that's why when you go out bass fishing, you're most likely going to hook a muskie along the way. It's so much fun. I can't tell you how that run the muskie makes once you hook it. They aren't a very tough fish. I think they're very fragile compared to a bass. A bass will keep going and going, and a salmon has so much power as well. But a muskie exhausts themselves very quickly. They give off so much lactic acid that they actually go into almost shock. And so it's important not to use too light a tackle. If you're using light tackle, you're not going to bring them in, and you're going to prolong the fight. And believe me, you can catch these muskies on light tackle. And I've talked about this so much, but I'm really getting concerned with the number of muskies that are being caught by people that probably have never even fished for them before. It's that kind of fishery that we have. And really, when you think of it, our fishery is our number one economic resource in this area. The fishery is unlike any place else. It's a splendid one, and it's causing us to be able to bring people from all over. But again, I talk about the responsibility, and I'll save this for another report. But I want to talk about in another report the efforts that are being made to protect these species. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.